Hi, educators. Oh boy, teachers, it's back to school time. There's so many feelings that go into that, and I am wondering if you're feeling maybe a little weighed down, maybe struggling with some of the burdens that are resting on your shoulders as we head back to school this year. My name is Jessica Sinarski. I am an author, a therapist, and the founder of Brave Brains. I have been working in the world of mental health and trauma since 2004, and we know now more than ever the physical impact that trauma has on our bodies and brains. But there's hope. That's actually why I founded Brave Brains. The more that we get to know our bodies and brains and what's going on, the better able to enter into whatever environment we are trying to enter with strength and resilience and those things that keep us going. So if you're ready to light up the learning brain in your students, if you want to be the teacher that you know you can be, follow along with me for just a few minutes as we check in with what's inside our backpacks. Okay, so we have these metaphorical backpacks, and I want you to grab a pen and paper because we're actually going to do a little activity. So this is part of the resource bundle for the book, What's Inside Your Backpack. It doesn't have to be done on paper. I know worksheets are a little hit or miss, but just to have the information in one place, that's where we've put it. So I want you to take a minute right now and think about what's weighing you down. You can close your eyes if that helps you, or keep your eyes open. I find it easier to think when I write, so that's why I like to have a pencil and paper handy. What are some of those big feelings or difficult situations that you're carrying with you? You can pause the video along the way. As you think about those things, maybe it's caring for an elderly loved one, or something going on with your kids, or some stressors at work. Whatever it is that you're carrying with you, what feelings? So we know those feeling words like mad and frustrated and scared. What feelings come up, as well as what sensations do you feel in your body? Do you maybe feel some tightness in your belly, or maybe you feel it in your shoulders or your back or your head? What do you notice as you pay attention to some of this heavy stuff that you're carrying around? If this felt like a lot to just turn toward it, maybe let's be done for the day. Congratulate yourself for gently turning toward, because that is a big part of managing stress and trauma, is to acknowledge what is. The good news is that's not all that is, right? There are a lot of other things in your life that are probably going well, or fine, or okay. And so we can hold that these things are really heavy and difficult, and that there are some good parts in life as well. My guess is if this felt a little overwhelming, it's probably a good time to reach out to a friend, a trusted colleague, a partner, to say, hey, I need a hug, or gosh, this is harder than I thought, or I'm struggling more than I realized. That's okay. Well done. If you're ready to think a little bit more about how you can unpack those things, how you can maybe set aside what you don't need to carry, then keep watching, because we're going to talk about a few of the resilient strategies that I bring up in the book, What's Inside Your Backpack. So with these heavy things that we carry, even with some of the big emotions like worry or even shame, it can help to bookmark it. So this is kind of how it works. Sometimes there are things that we can set aside. So if I'm helping with an elderly loved one, I am still responsible for them, but I can choose some helpful thoughts, some bright thoughts, maybe some strategies to manage the stress of that so that it doesn't seep into the whole rest of my life. So some of the tools that we think about are imagine with hope. So as you look at what you wrote down for some of those heavy situations, worry wants us to imagine with fear and think about all the worst possibilities. What if you imagine with hope instead? What if you look at that situation and think, how is this going to be tomorrow, in 3 months, in 6 months? Maybe the actual situation isn't going to change much, but are there ways that you might be stronger, or have developed an advocacy voice, or empowered others along the way? How can you imagine with hope in spite of, or even maybe because of, this difficult situation? Strategy number 2 that I want to mention today is to check the facts. Again, sometimes, especially when there's a lot coming at us, it's easy to just notice the negative. That's actually how our brain is designed, that we try to pay attention to the most dangerous thing. Well, there's a lot in life that's safe now, more safe than when we were chasing, saber-toothed tigers. And so now we really have to train our brain to check all the facts and not just go with the worst case scenario, whatever the little negative sound bites are. So as you're looking at your list, what's the whole story? How can we put the whole story in context? Again, pause the video if you'd like, take a minute and think about what that whole story might look like. There are lots more ways we could bookmark some of these heavy books. I do want to leave you with one more, and that is breathe in calm and breathe out fear. I know it's getting a lot of press these days, the power of the breath. There's a reason. It really is our most powerful grounding tool that's with us all the time. There are playful ways to bring it into the classroom. If you want to learn more, I encourage you to go to bravebrains.com. There's a page just for schools. If you're a community professional watching this video, there's a page just for you as well. Parents, I'm here for you also. Find more resources at rileythebrave.org. I hope to see you again soon.